It is a well-known fact by now that Saudi Arabia is home to some of the wealthiest people in the entire world. Whether it's the Saudis' famous oil resources or various other businesses, many families and individuals managed to create an empire beneath their feet over the last few years. For this reason, in today's video, we will be listing 30 of the richest people in Saudi Arabia and how each one managed to get a spot on this list. Salah bin Mohammed Al Hamadi. As one would expect, Salah bin Mohammed Al Hamadi currently sits at the helm of affairs of the Al Hamadi Company for Development and Investment. This company owns and operates hospitals and medical centers such as the huge Al Hamadi hospitals Al Nuzha, Al Suwaidi, and Riyadh, and part of the Saudi Air Pharmaceutical Company. Currently, Salah Al Hamadi is the managing director and CEO of Al Hamadi Holding until the 21st of June 2025. That's surely enough time for him to expand his company's wealth and his own, which today is estimated at around $191.15 million. Abdul Rahman Hassan Sharbatli. Abdul Sharbatli is known as being the head of several successful companies that grant him a wealth of $208.74 million. Some of these companies include Al Sagar Cooperative Insurance Company, Saudi Company for Hardware, Jeddah Economic Company, and Samako Automotive in Saudi Arabia. But perhaps most famously, he is the founder and chairman of the board of directors of Golden Pyramids Real Estate Group, which operates the world-class fashion retail mall and hotel City Stars, located in Egypt. The project includes more than 550 shops and intercontinental and Holiday Inn hotels and suite hotels all in one place. In addition to that, Sharbatli is also the chairman of the board of directors of the Al Nahla Group and a member of the board of trustees of the Hassan Sharbatli Foundation for Community Service, known for its numerous contributions to health and rehabilitation. Not to mention that he is a former member of the board of directors of Riyadh Bank. This man sure has some power. Ahmad Hamad Mohammed Al Said. This next Saudi is here to definitively prove that to be wealthy in the Middle East, you don't have to be an oil tycoon. On the contrary, you can get rich by doing pretty much anything, even and especially in Saudi Arabia. Al Said built his $302.84 million fortune by becoming the now former CEO of Saudi Arabia's largest fast food chain, Herfi Food Services. Herfi serves anything you can imagine, from sandwiches to salads and desserts. Ahmad Al Said worked as the CEO and managing director of the food company from 2008 until he stepped down and left the company, claiming a lack of harmony and vision among members. Still, Al Said holds a pretty beefy net worth. Abdullah bin Abdulatif Al Fawzan. Our next wealthy businessman built his empire through the electrical industry, known for being the chairman of the Al Fawzan Holding Company board. However, the Saudi also likes to explore other fields like architecture and investment. For instance, he is the founder and chairman of the executive committee of the Abdulatif Al Fawzan Award for Mosque Architecture, a platform that greatly contributes to developing new mosques around the world. To grow his net worth of $358 million, Al Fawzan is also the chairman of the board of many companies, such as United Electrics Company and Dahran International Exhibitions Company. Still, he doesn't keep it all to himself. Al Fawzan even gained the reputation of being a philanthropist due to several social and charitable contributions over the years. Way to go, mister. Sheikh Hazem Fayez Khaled Al Aswad. Sheikh Al Aswad is the chairman and a major shareholder in the Saudi marketing company, the Farm Superstores. It operates a chain of supermarkets spread all over the country that not only works in retailing, trading, and importing goods, but as residential compounds in its mini retail shops. This surely helps Al Aswad to diversify some of his income, and it seems to be going all right so far. Once we learn that his net worth is about $398 million. Abdullah Salah Al Othaim. From one big name in the marketing industry to another, now it's time to look upon Abdullah Al Othaim's fortune. Besides taking part in various other companies, he is the founder and chairman of Al Othaim Holding Company and Abdullah Al Othaim Markets, one of the biggest retail companies in Saudi Arabia. It also operates in Egypt and has control over of more than 200 stores in total, among supermarkets, convenience stores, and wholesale outlets. In 2015, he was named by Forbes as the 61st richest Arab, with a net worth of $445 million, and listed by Islamic Magazine as one of the 500 most powerful Muslims. I guess we can agree it's a pretty well-deserved title. Khalid bin Abdul Rahman Saleh Al Rajhi. This next businessman gathered a net worth of $767.68 million by taking part in many powerful companies in Saudi Arabia. For instance, he is the chairman of Saudi Cement Company, which has an estimated value of over $8 billion, Dealers, the chairman and CEO of Abdul Rahman Saleh Al Rajhi and Partners Company, which operates in the construction field, and he is a member of the board of Bank Abelard and Tanami Holdings Company. Being that busy, we even wonder if he even has time to spend all of his money. Omar Suleiman Saleh Al Abdulatif. This next businessman made his $825 million fortune from textiles, real estate finance, and transportation. Those are all fields in which his investment company, AIIC, Al Abdulatif Industrial Investment Company, acts. The company is responsible for most of the production of rugs, carpets, blankets, and pretty much anything made with both natural and synthetic fiber in Saudi Arabia. However, AIIC is only a subsidiary of Al Abdulatif Group Holdings, in which Abdulatif is the chairman. He sure is a man of power, am I right? Mohammed Saleh Hamza Sarafi. Much of Sarafi's fortune was made as the owner of the Mohammed Saleh Sarafi Foundation, but he is famously known for his Saleh Sarafi Charitable Foundation. This is the one responsible for running and maintaining the House of Islamic Arts, the first museum of its kind in Saudi Arabia, specialized in Islamic arts. Apart from that, Sarafi also gets his profits from being a shareholder in Bank Abelard, Tiba Holding Company, and Makkah Space and Construction Company, gathering an estimated fortune of $847.05 million. Abdullah Mohammed Abdullah Al Rabia. At this point, you may be thinking, okay, here comes yet another businessman. But on the contrary, Abdullah Mohammed Abdullah Al Rabia is actually a pediatric surgeon who got rich by having several advisory and government roles in the country. He was the Minister of Health from 2009 to 2014, and he has been the advisor in the royal court since 2014, plus the Supervisor General to King Salman Humanitarian Aid and Relief since 2014. Apart from that, he has also spent some time as the CEO of National Guard Health Affairs, among other roles in health and research centers. With such a resume, the doctor now has a net worth of $909.55 million. Not bad at all. Fawaz Abdulaziz Al-Hokair, Salman Abdulaziz Fad Al-Hokair, and Dr. Abdul Majid Al-Hokair. Next, we have the Al-Hokair brothers trio. With each sibling having a net worth of around $1 billion, they are all sheer presences in Saudi's elite. Most of their fortune came from the Fawaz Abdulaziz Al-Hokair Company, which cemented itself as one of the country's largest wholesale and retail companies, selling anything from clothes and housing furniture to construction materials in over 19 malls around the kingdom. Apart from the family holding, each brother has their own investments that helped establish their fortune. Fawaz Abdulaziz is reported to have rights to popular fashion brands such as Zara and Banana Republic. He is also known for using his unlimited savings to buy the largest apartment at 432 Park Avenue in New York, with 8,225 square feet for $87.7 million. Salman Abdulaziz has his own engineering consultancy firm, named after him, in which he serves as general manager and is the member of the board of a total of at least 13 other companies, including the Arabian Center Company. And lastly, the managing director of the family's company, youngest brother Abdul Majid, is not only a global and international investor with stakes in many companies such as the Arabian Centers Company and Saudi Egyptian developers, but is also a licensed dermatologist, Mohammed Al-Agil. This next businessman owns one of the biggest investment groups in the country, the immensely successful Jarir Group and Jarir Investments. Both companies take in numerous subsidiaries like Jarir Bookstore, Jarir Marketing, Jarir Furniture, and Jarir Real Estate. All of them are considered major leading wholesalers and retailers in the country and help explain the Saudis' $1.5 billion wealth. Apart from that, Al-Agil is also a board member of various public companies and family groups such as Tawuniya Insurance Company, MBC TV, and Faisalia Group. Ajlan bin Abdulaziz Al Ajlan. Ajlan Al Ajlan founded the Ajlan and Brothers Holding Group in 1979, and since then has earned himself a net worth that is currently estimated at around $2.4 billion. His main company has various subsidiaries, such as Abdulaziz Al Ajlan's Sons Real Estate Company and Ajlan and Brothers Real Estate Development Company. Both of them are among the top real estate companies in Saudi Arabia, with assets exceeding $10 billion. Having such power, the businessman is a board member in over 65 domestic and international companies, including various positions in private and government agencies. Mohammed Suleiman Al-Jasser. Mohammed Suleiman Al-Jasser is a Saudi Arabian economist. He currently serves as a chairman of the General Authority for Competition and as an advisor at the General Authority of the Council of Ministers of Saudi Arabia. Over his life, he made for himself a collection collection of many prestigious positions in various institutions and enterprises. Some of those would be as Executive Director for Saudi Arabia at the International Monetary Fund in 1988, Vice Chairman of the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority Board, and Vice Governor of the institution, as well as being the Director of the Saudi Arabian Mining Company, Chairman of the Gulf Monetary Council, Board Chairman and Governor of the Saudi Arabian Central Bank, and last but not least, Minister of Economy and Planning. With so many respectable positions, one can only wonder how much wealth can result from such power. And well, I think no one would be disappointed to learn that Al Jasser's wealth is worth around $2.8 billion. Abdulaziz Abdullah Al Sulaiman. Abdulaziz Al Sulaiman may as well be a pioneer. That's because he founded his company, Ramaco Trading and Contracting Company Diversified, back in 1968, a time when Saudi Arabia was starting its fast development and was desperate for such services. Nowadays, the company focuses mainly on automobiles, hospitality, tourism, and agricultural fields. This diversification set the company apart as one of the biggest in the country, with major subsidiaries such as Muslim tourism and travel. With a true empire beneath his feet, it's not hard to understand how Al Sulaiman managed to have his fortune pass the $3 billion mark. Prince Sultan bin Mohammed bin Saud Al Kabir. Well, only by learning that Al Kabir is part of the kingdom's royal family, being the great nephew of King Abdulaziz, we know that we are dealing with someone insanely wealthy. The prince is also a businessman, having famously founded Almarai in 1977, the largest integrated dairy foods company in the world, with revenues over the $1 billion mark. Apart from owning 29% of the firm, the prince also founded the agricultural company Mastok Saudia, Zain Saudi Telecom, Al Salam Bank, and Dana Gas. He further serves as chairman of Arabian Shield, an insurance company, and the Arab Union for Cement and Building Materials. With such diverse and profitable ventures, the royal prince currently has a net worth of around $4.1 billion. Saud, Ayman, and Hind Hariri. The Hariri family came to prominence with Rafik Hariri, the Lebanese Saudi who served as Prime Minister of Lebanon from 1992 to 1998 and 2000 to 2004. Needless to say, his children, including Ayman, Saad, and Hind Hariri, would be wealthy enough solely due to the fortune that was inherited by them. However, the siblings went beyond, and each with their own path came to be successful business billionaires. Saad Hariri is Rafik's son, and followed in his father's footsteps to also become Lebanon's prime minister on 2 occasions, from 2009 to 2011 and 2016 to 2020. Before entering politics, however, he was the chairman of Ogre Telecom and Omnia Holdings, plus a board member of various companies, such as Ogre International Enterprise, Saudi Investment Bank, Saudi Research and Marketing Group, and so on. To top it all off, he founded Saudi Ogre, a construction operation that is estimated to be worth $3.3 billion. With all of that taken into account, it's not hard to see where his $4.1 billion fortune comes from. Ayman Hariri is the second youngest son, and is known for his activity and investments in engineering and technology. Having an estimated wealth around the $1 billion mark, Ayman is the CEO and co-founder of the social network Vero, plus the former deputy CEO of his brother's firm, Saudi Ogre. As for Hind Hariri, it's true that the youngest child has most of her $1 billion wealth thanks to her family's inheritance. However, she surely not only maintains but manages to improve her fortune by having a leadership position in the world-renowned humanitarian Hariri Foundation, along with some support work for Saad's political career. Abdullah Al-Rushaid. This businessman earned his $4.5 billion fortune mainly due to the company named after him, the Al-Rushaid Group. Founded in 1978, the corporation operates in many fields, such as construction services, energy, internet technology, real estate, and oil. To improve his profitable empire, Abdullah Al-Rushaid's group is constantly partnering with other companies, both in Saudi Arabia and abroad, such as Dresser Industries and Intercontinental Hotels and Resorts. Tariq Abdel Hadi Al-Qahtani. Tariq Al-Qahtani is currently the chairman of the Abdel Hadi Abdullah Al-Qahtani and Sons Group. Although he wasn't the firm's founder, Tariq is the one responsible for its major expansion, turning turning the corporation into one of the largest and most well-respected private companies in Saudi Arabia. His role was crucial for the company's diversification. Starting as a wholesaler and supplier of food products, the firm now works supplying other industries, such as energy, technology, and medicine. But that's not the limit for Tariq, who expanded his company's activity even further by taking on sectors like insurance, travel, tourism, and transportation. With all this hard work, Tariq managed to gather a fortune of about $6 billion. Mohammed bin Isa Al Jaber. Mohammed Al Jaber is a Saudi businessman who owns and controls several companies that guarantee him a net worth of $7 billion. He famously owns many luxury and budget hotels in Egypt, Austria, France, Portugal, and the United Kingdom through his international private company, JJWW Hotels and Resorts Limited, and his MBI Group. In addition, he is the founder of the Jada Group companies, which owns various subsidiaries from construction up to wholesale sectors, and plays pivotal roles in the Continent Oil and Ajwa Group for food industries enterprises. Apart from being an entrepreneur, Mohammed Al Jaber is also a philanthropist. He is the founder of the MBI Al Jaber Foundation, dedicated to promoting research and education programs in Saudi Arabia. Mohammed Hussein Al Amoudi. Mohammed Hussein was born in Ethiopia in 1946, but built his $12 billion empire in Saudi Arabia. Most of it comes from real estate, construction, and oil refineries in Sweden, Morocco, and Ethiopia, plus other business ventures such as agriculture, energy, mining, healthcare, hospitality, and manufacturing. Some of his well-known companies are the Midrock, Mohammed International Development Research and Organization Companies, and Coral Petroleum Holdings. With all of that, it isn't surprising to learn that he is the richest person in his birth country and the second richest person of African descent in the world. Suleiman and Abdullah Al-Rajhi. The Al-Rajhi family is often among the wealthiest families in Saudi Arabia. In this ranking, we already got a chance to check out Khalid Al-Rajhi's wealth, but now it's Suleiman Al-Rajhi's turn. He is the one who owns the largest stake in the family's extremely profitable Al-Rajhi Bank, the first Islamic bank, aimed to observe religious beliefs that include a ban on interest. He also founded it alongside his brothers Abdullah, Mohammed, and Salah. In addition, the family also owns the Al-Wataniya Holding Company, which acts in various business sectors. By starting his Islamic bank, dedicating half of his fortune to charity, and implementing effective national projects in the interest of the country, Suleiman received the King Faisal International Prize in 2012. The last time his net worth was estimated was way back in 2011 by Forbes, at around $5.9 billion. It's safe to assume that his fortune has at least doubled since then. Although Suleiman might be the richest brother, Abdullah's accomplishments are also worth noticing. With a net worth estimated to be a bit behind his older brother, Abdullah was the CEO and managing director of the family's bank from 2008 to 2012. Although he currently serves as vice chairman and non-executive officer, he maintains his billionaire status due to his stakes in the bank and other enterprises, such as the Al Baraka Banking Group, another Islamic bank, and other cement and agricultural firms. Lubna Olayan. Lubna Olayan is a well-known Saudi businesswoman, considered the richest woman in the country. Despite being retired after serving as CEO of the Olayan Financial Company for more than 33 years, she still serves as a member of the board of directors, shareholders board, and the Olayan Family Council. She actually is reported to issue stock shares of some of her company's local assets, such as Middle Eastern Burger King franchises and tubular oil field equipment, all in an effort to distance the Saudi economy from a dependence on oil. In addition to that, Lubna always made an effort for the inclusion of women in the business, ending up employing 540 women alongside her. Lubna has an estimated personal net worth of about $5 million, mostly due to all of her efforts and her family's influence in the Middle East, which is considered one of the wealthiest in the region, with a fortune estimated between $10 and $12 billion. However, for those who might think that she is just taking advantage of her upbringing, you might think again. Lubna might as well be the one who truly controls the family's empire. The Olayan Group was founded by her and her family in 1947 as a private multinational enterprise involved in manufacturing, investments, distribution, and services. As a result, the company is reportedly involved in about 40 organizations and often forms partnerships with several other multinational companies. In 2019, she became the chairwoman of the Alawi Bank and the Saudi British Bank, making her the first woman to lead the SABB. And if that that wasn't enough, she also became the first woman to join the board of a publicly listed company in Saudi Arabia. Being such a key member in the business, Lubna was ranked 7th on Forbes' list of the most powerful women in finance in 2017, and should we say, deservedly so. Prince Al-Walid bin Talal Al Saud. Prince Al-Walid bin Talal Al Saud is perhaps the richest and most powerful Saudi Arabian alive today. He is the nephew of the late King Abdullah, the grandson of Lebanon's first Prime Minister, Riyad al-Sol, and the grandson of the first Saudi Arabian king, Ibn Saud. Being such a powerful royal man, it's not surprising to learn that Prince Al-Walid is not only a successful businessman and investor, but also a dedicated philanthropist. It's true that a great part of his estimated $22.6 billion wealth may come from his royal roots, but Prince Al-Walid sure works to not only maintain but expand his fortune. He does so by running some of the biggest companies, not only in his kingdom but in the world. The prince is the founder, CEO, and 95% owner of the Kingdom Holding Company, an insanely large enterprise that takes part in finance, real estate, agriculture, retail, tourism, hospitality, entertainment, mass media, petrochemicals, and many more lucrative fields. All of that results in a market capitalization of over $18 billion. He also owns Saudi real estate and the biggest take at the massive Arabic language entertainment company Rotana. But he doesn't stop there. Al-Walid also owns stakes in public and private organizations abroad, in both Europe and the United States. For instance, he managed to expand his empire by buying shares in the social media company Twitter and hotel management company Four Seasons Hotels and Resorts, actually owning the George V Hotel in Paris and part of New York's Plaza Hotel. Through Kingdom Holding, he also has shares in the ride-sharing company Lyft, Citigroup, and the Savoy Hotel in London, for example. For all of his achievements, Forbes also listed him as the 7th richest man in the world in 2017, and Time magazine included Al Saud in their annual list of the world's top 100 influential people in 2008. In the long run, however, the prince already stated that he plans to donate his entire fortune in the coming years, claiming that by doing so, he'll help make the world a better place. Keep it up, sir. Khaled Joufali. And last but definitely not least, here is Khaled Joufali, a member of yet another family considered to be one of the wealthiest in Saudi Arabia, with a collective net worth estimated to be well over the $50 billion mark. The family owns the Al Joufali Group, which was founded by the patriarch of the family, Sheikh Ahmed bin Abdullah Al Joufali, and his brothers Ibrahim and Ali. As the current head of the family, Khaled Joufali is the chairman of the largest privately owned company in the country, E.A. Joufali and Brothers. Since the late 1940s, the company has played a major and massive role in the development of Saudi Arabia. It has brought many new quality products, innovative services, and advanced technologies to the country. Its activities extend into multiple fields, such as telecommunications, transportation, information technology, manufacturing, engineering, construction, distribution, and services. Besides, the company has always committed to training the Saudi youth for employment, indicating a concern for the future of the country and its infrastructure and development. With that being said, I guess we can easily assume that the E.A. Joufali and Brothers is truly a kingdom of its own, and its king, Khaled Joufali, has gathered a pretty distinctive fortune over his life, resulting in a net worth estimated at $24 billion, possibly granting him the top spot of the richest man in Saudi Arabia. To us mortals, it seems that all we can do is dream to be one day as rich as anyone on this list. If you like this content, make sure to click on one of the cards on the screen to watch similar videos.